We got the Cocoa Puffs conspiracy theory, right? Now, I feel like Cocoa Puffs been lying to me for a little too long, bro. I feel like something's always been wrong with that little bird, bro. He been a little too cuckoo these past couple of days, bro. The cereal good, though. The cereal good as fuck. It turn your fucking milk to chocolate milk. But it's something off about him. I want to see what's off about him, bro. We got the Cocoa Puffs conspiracy theory by Alex Bale. Let's do it. Damn.
There's no escaping chocolatey Cocoa Puff.
Okay.
I've always thought there was something strange about Cocoa Puff commercials.
You've been a little too crazy,
Most
bro.
kids'
You know what I'm
cereal
saying?
commercials
A
are
little
pretty
too
straightforward.
crazy.
There's a fun, wacky mascot character who wants a certain type of cereal and has to overcome some kind of obstacle to get it.
Hand over those delicious Lucky Charms! Silly rabbit, tricks are for kids!
It's pretty basic stuff. But the
What's up
thing
with
that's
this creepy-ass
strange about
music?
Cocoa Puff commercials is that Sonny the Cuckoo Bird isn't trying to get the cereal, he's actively trying to avoid it.
How do I escape the great taste of Cocoa Puffs? You've got to keep Cocoa Puffs away from me!
If you think about it, Sonny is kind of a struggling addict who's desperately trying not to relapse, but fails every time and ends up destroying whatever building he's in
So
and terrifying the people around
So Cocoa Puffs is crack. That's why that shit be hitting like that, bro.
him.
Can't control myself? I'm going Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs! Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs!
Cocoa Puffs are literally ruining his life, and I think it's kind of weird that that's how General Mills chose to advertise their cereal
Word.
for children.
That's a little weird,
but
bro. That's a
whatever.
little off.
These are just silly 30-second kids commercials that are all essentially the same. There's no plot or world building. There couldn't possibly be anything here worth theorizing about. Right? What if I told you that beneath the surface of these colorful cereal advertisements is one of the most dark and complex underlying narratives I have ever seen in a piece of media? A hidden story of addiction, war, betrayal, and a massive conspiracy about the world
Is it
Sonny
that
lives
deep,
in
though?
that no one has discovered
Is it
before
that
today.
deep?
I promise you that after this, you will never be able to watch a Cocoa Puff commercial the same way again. This is the Cocoa Puffs conspiracy.
Oh shit. Let's do it. Let's see what they're talking about.
Oh no, I've been in a car accident. I should call my lawyer.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan.
Is this dude
Hi,
face?
John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. It's Alex Bale of YouTube.
No
Can I
ads?
have money, please?
Morgan & Morgan & Morgan & Morgan.
No ads?
Morgan & Morgan.
Part one.
The very first commercials for Cocoa Puffs aired in
What? This is old as shit. I've never seen this commercial.
1958 and originally featured 3 children instead of the
Damn.
iconic Cuckoo Bird as their mascot.
All aboard for the Cocoa Puffs train! Ding ding!
It wasn't until 1962 that Sonny made his first appearance as the bird who goes cuckoo whenever he sees Cocoa Puffs.
Watch out, because
He did used to go a little crazy. He used to be, I'm Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs. I'm Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs. He used to go insane, bro.
I'm Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs! Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs!
This format
Look,
was
look.
very successful, and Sonny has been the mascot for the brand ever since. Since then, he's gone through many redesigns, but the basic premise has always stayed the same. Sometimes he's joined by children, sometimes he's with his grandpa, but he always ends up going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, despite his best efforts to avoid them.
Up here, I won't go cuckoo for my favorite cereal. I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs!
It wasn't until 2004 that Sonny got his most iconic redesign that he's still known for today. And it's
Shout out to my 2004 babies. This is the year I was born. Let's do it.
these commercials that I'm going to be focusing on for this theory. The more modern Cocoa Puff commercials introduce us to the world that Sonny lives in, a society inhabited by intelligent talking birds.
No chocolatey and vanilla Cocoa Puffs combos! Part of this good breakfast!
And it's surprisingly complex
I didn't even know Cocoa Puffs been out for that long though.
for just being the backdrop of kids'
Since
cereal
19
commercials.
something?
They have their own bird cities, bird airports, bird legal systems. They even have a bird military.
Extra chocolatey puffs.
Who authorized more chocolatey?
Why do the Cocoa Puff commercial birds need a military? Like, who are they fighting? Are there bird wars? And the entire bird world seems to run on Cocoa Puffs.
Thank you, bro.
All the
Appreciate
grocery
the
stores
love,
sell
bro.
are Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah.
If you go to the
I love
opera,
this
they're
father
singing
for
about
mine
Cocoa
following
Puffs.
back.
Story of this box right here. Cocoa Puffs.
Got you. Appreciate the love, bro. You know what I'm saying? We grinding. You know what I'm saying? We gotta grind. Just follow back, bro. You keep the grind up. You know what I'm saying? We gonna keep grinding together, bro. Appreciate the love.
Even the media seems to be run by Cocoa Puffs.
Extra new chocolatey vanilla Cocoa Puffs combo cereal.
So obviously,
Cocoa
this is a
Puffs
very
combo.
difficult place for someone trying to beat a Cocoa Puff addiction. No matter what Sunny does or where he goes, he cannot avoid Cocoa Puffs. He tries to ask people for help, but all they want to do is talk about how great Cocoa Puffs are.
How do I escape the great taste of Cocoa Puffs?
Why would you want to escape it? Cocoa Puffs are munchy.
Crunchy. Stop it.
Damn. So everybody's just like, you know what I'm saying, captured by the Cocoa Puffs. Like, they don't even care no more. They just let it consume them. They're like, okay, what, Cocoa Puffs is gonna be good. They're good. Fuck it. I'm gonna just, you know what I mean? But his mind is open. He like, nah, bro, this is something deeper going on.
The
bro.
only person
I'm
willing
not
to
trying
help
to go crazy,
them
bro.
is Gramps, his trusted grandpa, who's been with him since 1962.
Keep Shelly from going cuckoo. I'm gonna hide Cocoa Puffs in this room.
Gramps?
I'm not hiding Cocoa Puffs.
Cocoa Puffs?
Don't go cuckoo on me, boy.
But even with his
okay.
help, it's not enough. He tries to go to the store, or the opera, or in a plane, or a deserted island, but wherever he goes, Cocoa Puffs is already there.
Cocoa Puffs!
Sunny even tries to
Damn.
file a restraining order against Cocoa Puffs, but it doesn't work because apparently they're too delicious.
I find you guilty of being delicious.
Sunny
I remember
is a
that
very
commercial.
tragic
I
character
remember that
because of
commercial.
just how much Cocoa Puffs are an
fire
inescapable,
commercial.
fundamental part of this world. But it isn't always like this.
L ads, bro.
Occasionally, there are these weird outlier commercials that show a different side to this world, where we see these little moments where the bird citizens are just as afraid of Cocoa Puffs as Sunny is.
Damn.
The first time I noticed this was in a
Okay,
commercial for
you
the
getting
new
deep.
Cocoa Puffs chocolate and vanilla combo cereal.
Extra new chocolatey vanilla Cocoa Puffs combo cereal.
It opens with a newspaper boy announcing the new cereal, but for the first time, people seem kind of disinterested in Cocoa Puffs and just walk past him. And then the commercial takes a very sudden turn.
When chocolatey and vanilla combine, there's no escape.
Two massive Cocoa Puffs in the sky crash into each other and begin raining down Cocoa Puffs all over the city. The people start screaming.
I probably seen this commercial, but just overlooked it as a kid, bro.
And running for their lives as the entire city is consumed by chocolate and vanilla.
Don't go cuckoo! Don't go cuckoo!
But after Sunny goes cuckoo, we cut back and see that everyone is now enjoying the cereal.
New chocolatey and vanilla Cocoa Puffs combos, part of this good breakfast.
Now in bowls everywhere.
Something has changed. This is not a world where everyone has always loved Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah.
I think that this is a world that has been taken over by
Cocoa, yeah.
Cocoa Puffs. And
But Sonny is the only sane one. Wait, that's his name, right? He's the only sane one, bro.
if you don't believe me, we get much more explicit confirmation of this in the commercial for the new chocolatey explosion puffs. I've kind of been holding off on showing this one because it is honestly the most insane commercial I have ever seen in my entire life. Like, you are
Let's
not
see it.
prepared
Let's
for
see
what
it.
I am about to show you. This commercial takes place inside of the Bird military headquarters, where Sunny, as a Cocoa Puffs expert, discusses the dangers of this new type of Cocoa Puffs that's exploding in people's homes.
I'm warning you, it's more chocolatey.
What do you mean more chocolatey?
Yeah.
Picture chocolatey Cocoa Puffs.
Okay.
This is probably. I have not seen this. Wait, is this like a new Cocoa Puffs that just dropped? Because I haven't seen this yet.
And the military birds look terrified of this and are treating it like a major threat.
Extra chocolatey puffs.
Who authorized more chocolatey?
Just how chocolatey is it?
And what happens next is... I can't even describe it to you. You just have to kind of see it for yourself.
Even more chocolatey than that.
Just how chocolatey is it?
Cocoa Puffs. Extra chocolate. Go for Cocoa Puffs. Go for Cocoa Puffs.
Sonny reveals he secretly brought a box of the explosive Cocoa Puffs into the meeting with him, essentially a bomb that he launches at the military, basically committing Cocoa Puffs domestic terrorism and flooding the entire room.
Oh.
Explosive Cocoa Puffs into the meeting with him, essentially a bomb that he launches at the
shit.
military, basically committing Cocoa Puffs domestic terrorism and flooding the entire room with chocolate.
He's trying to get him up. Yo, he's out.
And afterwards, we see the main military guy again, except now he seems to be supporting the cereal,
Limited time only.
and even his military stars
So it takes over their mind, bro. It takes over their mind, bro. Bro, this is crazy.
have been replaced
This
with
is
Cocoa
crazy,
Puffs.
bro.
Sonny has essentially performed a coup and used Cocoa Puffs to take over the
Wait, so Sonny a op then? He's a op.
bird military. These commercials are not about trying to sell cereal to kids. They're about the hostile takeover of the bird world from within.
That man is a
Why
op.
is Sonny doing this? I thought he was just some guy trying to escape his addiction.
You've got to keep Cocoa Puffs away from me.
That's what I'm
Why is he
saying.
suddenly a sleeper agent working for Cocoa Puffs in this commercial? And who is really behind this takeover? So, at this point, you might be thinking that these are all just a bunch of random, incoherent, one-off commercials with no continuity or logic behind the things happening. You know,
Nah,
they're just a bunch
they
of
know what they
wacky,
doing.
random skits
They know
made
what
to
they
sell
doing when they
cereal to
make this
kids,
shit.
and we shouldn't really try to understand them. And you'd probably be right until they released a single commercial that fundamentally changed everything we thought we knew about this world. In fact, this commercial gives us so much new evidence that it is the entire reason I decided to make this theory. Let's take a look.
Cocoa Puffs experiment. How long does it take Sunny to go cuckoo for?
Cocoa Puffs?
Immediately, this commercial looks and feels very different than the others. Instead of a bird city, we're inside of a very advanced looking
like a-
laboratory where Sonny is apparently being experimented on with Cocoa Puffs.
Begin countdown now.
So chocolatey. Cocoa Puffs.
As expected,
seconds.
Sonny goes cuckoo and destroys the lab, but in the final moments of the commercial, we pull back to see who's really running the show. Humans. Humans are the ones behind this experiment. This world that we thought was only inhabited by intelligent bird people also has humans in it. And
So we making them motherfuckers go crazy, bruh. Yo.
now, with this context, we can finally start to put all the pieces together.
That's crazy.
So, here is my theory. This is a world where advanced intelligent humans and bird people separately coexist as global superpowers.
Okay.
And I believe humans are the ones who created the Cocoa Puffs. I think we
Which-
can assume
which is
this
true.
because we can see humans are running a lab that is clearly making and testing Cocoa Puffs. We can even see the chemical structure for Cocoa Puffs on the monitor. So that means that humans are responsible for giving Cocoa Puffs to bird society. And clearly their intentions are far beyond just diplomatic trade. Remember what they were testing for.
How long does it take Sunny to go cuckoo for?
Cocoa Puffs.
How long does it take Sonny to go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs? They are specifically testing how addictive the cereal is, meaning humans are intentionally trying to create the most addictive product
Yeah,
they
they trying to
can.
create- they trying
In
to
the
make-
world of these commercials,
They trying to play Schedule
Cocoa
1,
Puffs
bruh.
are not just a delicious breakfast item.
Them shits is good as fuck though. They make your chocolate. They make your milk fucking chocolatey.
They are a weapon created by humans to brainwash and control an enemy nation's population. The fictional in-universe cereal is what I mean, not the real-life Cocoa Puffs. Please don't sue me, General Mills. We are witnessing an interspecies war between humans and birds, where humans are launching giant Cocoa Puffs at the cities and planting sleeper agents inside of the military.
So
why is
Sunny
this inside of a
sleeper
cereal commercial? So, these commercials are telling the story of this global Cocoa Puffs war. But I think they're telling it out of order, and this lab commercial is at the start of the timeline, showing us the creation of Cocoa Puffs. The humans use Sunny as a guinea pig to create an extremely addictive cereal, and they even made him the mascot on the box to help sell it to other birds. But why would Sunny go along with this? Well, he doesn't exactly have a choice. Like everyone else, he's just a victim being controlled by the addictive, brainwashing properties of Cocoa Puffs. All they have to do to activate his programming is just say his 3 trigger words. Munchy, crunchy, chocolatey, and he goes cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Why don't we discuss your home? Your real home.
Wow.
Желание.
Munchie.
12.
Crunchy.
Разве.
Chocolatey.
W edit. W edit.
Я готов отвечать.
He is the human's perfect sleeper agent, and believe it or not, this has all actually been foreshadowed since the very first Cocoa Puff commercials. Remember how I said the original 1958 commercials only featured children instead of a bird? Well, that wasn't entirely true.
All aboard for the Cocoa Puffs train.
In the kid's home, we can
Aboard for the Cocoa Puffs
Bro. What if this is Sunny? No.
train.
In the kid's home, we can see a cage holding a bird. From the very start, Sunny has always been a prisoner to humans. And even the 70s commercials show us that it was humans who first got Sunny addicted.
Puff, puff, Cocoa Puffs, chocolate tasting Cocoa Puffs, munchy, crunchy, chocolatey. Cocoa Puffs, yahoo!
And if you're still not convinced that this is an intentional hidden narrative inside of these commercials, then let me ask you this. Why did they choose to make the mascot of their cereal a cuckoo bird?
Yeah.
Sure, it's partially because cuckoo sounds like cuckoo, but
Coco.
I think there's a deeper reason. What are cuckoo birds?
Yeah, explain
They're
that to me.
brood parasites. Instead of raising their young, they secretly lay their eggs into the nest of other bird species, and once the baby cuckoo hatches, they proceed to kill the other birds and take over the nest from within.
The cuckoo chick
They some
instinctively pushes out any other eggs in the nest.
They are literally the sleeper agents of birds. This is exactly what's happening in these commercials. Humans
Sleeper agent.
secretly inserted Sunny into bird society, and he took it over from within, just like a cuckoo bird. And the humans didn't just randomly insert Sunny into any old nest. Take a look at the commercial where we see Sunny's grandpa's house.
It keeps Shelly from going cuckoo. I'm gonna hide Cocoa Puffs in this room.
They're in a hallway full of what I assume are family photos. And if you look closely, you can see a picture of the main military bird. The humans inserted Sunny into a family with a high-ranking military officer, which allowed Sunny to use that connection to get into the military
office,
headquarters and perform the coup. And it worked. Everyone hit by Cocoa Puffs instantly loves them. They own the military, their entire economy and legal system runs on
So now that they own the military and shit, what is their next move, bro? What are you gonna do next?
Cocoa Puffs. Humans have essentially colonized and taken over all of bird society. They won. So now that the war is over, I guess the next question is, what happens to Sunny? Well, he's not a prisoner anymore. He's free to live a normal life in a world controlled by humans and eat all the Cocoa Puffs he wants. Except now, unlike all the birds around him, he desperately doesn't want Cocoa Puffs.
You're gonna keep Cocoa Puffs away from me! How do I escape the great taste of Cocoa Puffs?
But why? Because more than anyone else, Sonny knows the truth about this world. He knows all the horrible things humans have done to bird society, the horrible things he has done to betray his country. So, of course, he would try and reject Cocoa Puffs. But the world he lives in literally runs on the cereal. No matter where he goes, he can't escape his addiction. Remember, he even tried to file a restraining order against Cocoa Puffs in a bird court of law, but the judge refused to... Wait a second.
What happened?
Why is the judge
His grandpa?
Sonny's grandpa?
Oh. Chocolate is thicker than blood.
It's such a trigger for me. Like,
His
she's
grandpa
so
went
nice,
cuckoo,
but
bruh.
it makes me so uncomfortable. I mean, you did grow up in a chaotic household.
Court now in session. Find you
Judge
guilty.
Gramps, yo. If you read it right there, it said Judge Gramps.
Court now in
Wow. Look at this shit, bruh. Gramps are odd.
session. Find you guilty of being delicious. Sonny, this is a fancy restaurant.
That is clearly Sonny's grandpa. Even his nameplate says Judge Gramps. Wouldn't that be like a major conflict of interest? Like, you can't just be a judge for your own family member's court case, right? And even if we ignore that, isn't Sonny's grandpa supposed to be the one character who's actually on his side?
To keep Sonny from going cuckoo, I'm gonna hide Cocoa Puffs in this room. Cocoa Puffs? Don't go cuckoo on me, boy.
Why does he rule against Sonny when he's the only one who's been trying to help him beat his addiction? Maybe we need to take a closer look at Sonny's grandpa. In one of the commercials, we see Gramps trying to help Sonny by hiding the Cocoa Puffs.
I'm gonna hide Cocoa Puffs in this room. Gramps? I'm not hiding Cocoa Puffs.
But immediately after, he says this.
I'm not Cocoa. Don't open that door then, cause there's munchy, crunchy, chocolatey Cocoa
He's trying to get him, bro. If you see this, he's trying to get him, bro.
Puffs in there.
Look at him. He's clearly trying to tempt Sonny into getting the Cocoa Puffs. He even uses
Temptation
Sonny's
is real.
exact trigger words and has a nefarious smile.
There's munchy, crunchy, chocolatey Cocoa Puffs in there.
Gramps doesn't want Sonny to beat his addiction. He just wants Sonny to think that he's on his side. But in reality, Gramps is manipulating him. But why? Because I think Sonny's grandpa is working for the humans. Sonny is the mascot
So if
for Cocoa.
Sonny's working for the humans and the grandfather's working for the humans, what's the correlation? Like, why
And
they
if
beefing?
humans are going to continue to use Cocoa Puffs to control bird society, then they can't have the mascot on the box actively trying to avoid and discredit the cereal.
Okay,
You want to
okay.
keep Cocoa Puffs away from me! It turns everything chocolatey, and they make me go cuckoo.
So, they use someone close and trusted to Sonny, like his grandpa, to manipulate him into never breaking free of his addiction.
Well, they're munchy and crunchy.
Oh, I'm cuckoo.
Just look at Gramps' life. He's got a big house,
Yeah,
he
he
eats at
living
fancy
good.
restaurants, and he's a
living
powerful
good.
judge who can seemingly break whatever rules he wants. Gramps is thriving in this human-controlled bird society, and I think it's because he made a deal with the humans to betray his own grandson. And once again, Gramps profiting off of Sonny has been foreshadowed since the very first
Let me
commercials.
see how.
Oil, we're rich.
How you gonna get it up, Gramps?
Sonny can't resist Cocoa Puffs. Here, Sonny.
Gramps, Sonny's only parental figure, has always been working against him.
Wow.
But that brings up something else that I've always wondered about. Why is Gramps Sonny's only parental figure? Where are Sonny's
where's
parents?
Pops?
Like, even
Where's
if Sonny
Mom?
was a brood parasite
He got
inserted
no
into his
fucking
family,
dad.
he'd still have parents before grandparents, right?
Yeah.
It feels like someone's missing. This may seem like a pointless question to ask for how little backstory we're given about these characters, but there is actually a single insane hidden detail in one of these commercials that unlocks one final damning part to this theory. Remember those family photos that had the military guy in them? If you look closely, the hallway is full of different bird people, all with boxes of Cocoa Puffs, except for one photo that shows a female bird all by herself. And it's the only photo with no Cocoa Puffs. It's a really weird detail to include, but what's even stranger is that when Sunny is about to open the door to release the Cocoa Puffs, the photo changes to show the woman is afraid for Sunny. Sure, maybe this was just supposed to be a cartoony way to emphasize
peep shit like this,
the danger, but then why is she the only photo that changes? The birds in the photo right next to her are completely indifferent to Sunny's struggle. What? This feels like the animators are intentionally trying to tell us something about specifically this female bird that we've never seen before. And trust me, I've checked. She doesn't show up in the background of any of the other commercials. So here is the final part of my theory. I think this is Sunny's mother. Maybe his real mother, or maybe his adopted mother from the whole brood parasite thing. Just like Sunny, she was clearly aware of the dangers of Cocoa Puffs and wanted to avoid them. But unlike everyone else, why don't we see her in any of these commercials? I think it's because she tried to protect her son from the dangers of Cocoa Puffs, and the humans who needed Sunny for their plans murdered her because of it.
Fucking blood. Killed her ass,
These Cocoa Puff commercials are not just a bunch of funny little cartoons designed to sell cereal to kids. They are a complex, interconnected story about the horrors of war, addiction, family betrayal, and murder. And if after
it gets deep, bro.
After all of this, you still have the fucking balls to leave a comment saying, "Oh, Alex, I think they're just cereal commercials. You're overthinking this." Then let me ask you
things that correlate
this.
for it to be a coincidence.
Why did they decide to make the characters in these commercials
too much things?
Birds can't eat chocolate. Chocolate is poisonous to birds. The entire bird world is slowly being poisoned by Cocoa Puffs so that humans are the only dominant species on this planet. Or maybe they're just cereal commercials, I don't know.
Look, I don't give a fuck. I'ma still eat them. Cocoa Puffs are fire.